Names are more than just identifiers. They are steeped in history, culture, and personal identity. Across various societies, names have been used to communicate a plethora of information about a person, including social status, ancestry, and religion. This significance is magnified in religious and royal contexts, where names encapsulate deep symbolic meanings and reflect long-standing traditions. In many cultures, the naming of an individual follows specific conventions that may include nods to revered ancestors or significant figures. These conventions are not merely about preserving family or cultural heritage, but also serve as a bridge connecting the past with the present. Understanding the historical and cultural significance of names can offer insights into the societal values and historical context of a period. The importance of names can be seen in many ancient texts, where they are used not only to identify, but also to convey deeper meanings and connections. For example, biblical and Quranic narratives often employ names as tools to draw parallels between different figures or to highlight particular virtues. This symbolic use of names helps to enrich the narratives, providing layers of meaning that extend beyond the immediate text. In the Quran, the reference to Maryam, or Mary as the sister of Harun or Aaron, has become a tool for critics of Islam, accusing the Quran of being in error. This connection is mentioned when Maryam is admonished by her people as "O sister of Aaron," in the context of her miraculous birth of Jesus. Historically, this phrase has been a source of confusion since Mary and Aaron lived many centuries apart. The traditional Islamic explanation posits that sister of Aaron was a metaphorical or honorary title. This interpretation suggests that Maryam was called this because of her piety and devotion, traits that were also notable in Aaron, the brother of Moses. This type of titular reference is common in Semitic traditions and emphasizes the importance of understanding cultural context when interpreting historical texts. Comparative analysis with other historical texts shows that such name references are often symbolic rather than literal. They serve to draw moral or spiritual comparisons rather than denote direct familial relationships. This example from the Quran highlights how names in sacred texts can function symbolically to connect individuals across different epochs, underscoring similar virtues or roles. Naming conventions in religious texts are paralleled in the traditions of royal families, particularly in the way names are recycled through generations. In many monarchies, names are passed down to signify continuity and to honor ancestors. For example, numerous European kings named George I to George III, Edward or Louis reflect a tradition of reusing names to emphasize lineage and the continuation of royal qualities. Similarly, in current era, Britain had Queen Elizabeth II, who was born in 1926, which was 3 centuries after Queen Elizabeth I, who was born 1603. These names are not just personal identifiers, but serve as a constant reminder of the individual's connection to their religious heritage and community. This practice underscores the role of names as links between the past and the present, between individuals and their larger cultural or spiritual communities. In Islam, the mention of Mary as sister of Aaron is a title used to signify a lineage of descendant, similar to how names are used in other religious and royal contexts. In ancient Semitic usage, a person's name was often linked with that of a renowned ancestor or founder of the tribal line. Since Mary belonged to the priestly caste and hence descended from Aaron, the brother of Moses, she was called a sister of Aaron, in the same way as her cousin Elizabeth, the wife of Zechariah, is spoken of in Luke 1:5 as one of the daughters of Aaron. This use of titles shows how names and titles in many traditions are laden with expectations and historical significance, further proving the global consistency in name inheritance and its implications. Therefore, the mention of Mary in the Quran as sister of Aaron is not a historical mistake, but rather it is in perfect agreement with the Semitic languages and ancient custom. Understanding the context in which names are used in historical texts is crucial for accurate interpretation. Names and titles often carry deeper meanings and connections that are not immediately apparent without knowledge of the cultural and historical backdrop. Misinterpretations can arise from a lack of understanding of these contexts, leading to anachronistic readings or missed symbolic references. The example of the Mary-Aaron connection in the Quran serves as a powerful illustration of how religious texts use names not only for identification but also for drawing broader historical and moral parallels. This symbolic use of names is consistent across different cultures and time periods, reflecting a universal aspect of human communication and memory. As we engage with historical and religious texts, it is essential to approach them with a sensitivity to the traditions and contexts that shaped them. This enriches our understanding and appreciation of these texts, allowing us to grasp more fully the richness and depth they offer in understanding human history and thought.